this figure is still a good figure. What part of that didn't you? This is Earthrise Scorponok, and that's a tub that has a bunch of my stuff in it. If you smell what the rock is Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with Isop. I'm Isop, and today we're going to be taking a look at MP-55 Destron Ninja Nightbird Shadow, or Nightbird, because that's what she was called, Nightbird. I'm not sure why we got all these hubbub around this extra stuff, but whatever. So, we have a masterpiece figure of Nightbird, and it is a great figure, but one that is a little confusing to me because she was not a Transformer. So, I'm not sure why they felt that she needed to have an alt mode. Don't get me wrong, the alt mode is beautiful, and the robot mode is beautiful. It has some weird articulation, and we'll go over that when the time comes. But, yeah, I don't know why they released her as... They could have released her as a masterpiece, lowered the price a bit because, you know, she didn't need to transform, and it would have been great because, I mean, it's a ninja that turns into a car. That doesn't make any sense because cars make noises. So, and she's a ninja, and ninjas are not supposed to make noises, at least until they sneak up on you and get you. That's why they're ninjas. So anyway, here she is in her box. The box is beautiful. It's small. It's actually smaller than Black Arachnia's box. I'll bring that in for a quick size comparison. Which is a little weird because Black Arachnia is actually, or Black Widow, excuse me, is actually smaller than this figure, but she does come with a base. Not a base. Well, a base and a stand, which that was weird. Which Nightbird doesn't come with, of course, because she's a car. She's not even supposed to be a car. She's supposed to be that should have just did that. Put a clear base with her, and just release her as the robot with the accessories and the base instead of a car mode would have made a lot more sense to Kara. And it sounds like I'm complaining, and I'm not complaining, but it didn't need to be a thing. Let's get back to the figure. The box looks nice. It's, you know, it's the general Takara stuff, bunch of stuff I cannot read, and a bunch of, let me make sure this is not blurry, a bunch of different things, including her, it looks like a flying car mode. We'll go over that in a little bit. She's got an extra face, and it's pretty cool that her mask does come off and she has an actual face, so you don't have to unscrew anything like, you know, MP Wheeljack to see the extra face. So let's get this out of here. Whoops. So this is how she comes packaged. You get instructions and a card. The instructions are actually very helpful, and for the most part I was unable to understand what to do. I did have to look at a video or two, but yeah. So you get your vehicle, you get the swords that she actually used in the show, the lightsaber swords, which I believe do come apart. Yes, they do. They come apart, so you've got that. She has ninja throwing stars or shurikens, which I will never use. They will stay in the boxes. I don't want to lose them. She's got the Generations Thrilling 30 RC blades. Okay. She's got 2 pistols, holster, 2 size, again the alternate face, and some blast effects parts. We'll go over those later. But while we are in the car mode, let's turn the light on so we can make sure that we have enough on her. We have, let's move this stuff over for now. We have the car mode, and it is, honestly, it looks like, for the most part, just the car mode from the Thrilling 30s RC. It's a little bit tweaked. A lot of the transformations even the same. I'm not complaining because that thing was amazing. So, and it looked good, and yeah, it wasn't quite screen accurate, but it was sexy as hell. And this is pretty sexy. But again, a ninja robot, didn't need a car mode. It rolls when you got everything transformed right. I kind of don't, but it does roll. It rolled when I took it out the box. I just haven't been able to figure out how to transform it. It has a nice cockpit inside with a dashboard and all that stuff. This is the underside. You can see that the robot is all folded up. It's an RC. What do you expect? That said, she's actually a very, very beautiful car. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite versions of the RC mode as far as the car is concerned. This and the Thrilling 30s one. The Titans Return one actually was pretty cool too. I really liked that one. But now I do have other versions of RCs hidden away, and I have the Fans Toys Rouge. Yeah, I'll do a comparison in this mode. I am not going to explode her and transform her back to her vehicle mode, because one, the vehicle mode is not as good looking as this is. That's the first thing. Number two, it is not fun to transform her. Fans Toys has a habit of making awesome looking figures, but the transformation is ridiculous, and I'm not doing it. So now you're probably wondering, can a Masterpiece figure fit in there? No, not really. I mean, maybe the Masterpiece Daniel can fit in there because I think he's a smaller version, a smaller figure than the other Masterpieces, but I just tried to take the holographic Spike, or Spike 2.0, and put it in there, and it didn't fit. Pretty sure a Diaclone figure would fit, because there's no place for the legs to go. And if you look at the dash, there's no place for the legs to go. They can't go forward any further. There's no clearance, so you can't get any. You'd have to have it with the feet sitting before it gets to the dash. So let's see if I can figure out this flying car mode, because I haven't actually done that. This is actually the first time I've had her in vehicle mode since I transformed her when I got her out the box almost 2 weeks ago. So let's see. Now there is storage for the guns in car mode, but I didn't do it. I'm not gonna do it. She doesn't need a gun. She's a ninja. So what you want to do is you want to take these. You want to take one side. You want to take one side and one sword. Plug it together. Not drop everything on the way to it. Let's do that again. Dang it. Okay. Plug it together and then plug it into that slot there. Which I think the Thrilling 30s could do this with the weapons. I think the holes were still on the sides, or they were on the top, I forget. But you could attach the weapons to the vehicle if you had wanted to. And the side do not want to stay in very well. And let's zoom out just a little bit. And there you have I guess a flying car mode, because the picture on the instructions makes it look like it's banking in the air. So we're gonna go with flying car mode, and hey, that's actually pretty cool. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. I don't know that you could put any other weapons on at the same time with the Psy. I mean, you could always take this off and, you know, put these on instead. That is always a thing you can do. You can do that, and it looks like you could probably attach the blast effects to the back of that, to the handle. So, oops, I just dropped one. Where'd you go? Uh-oh, there it is. So let us find out. I'll put this over here. Can we attach you? No, we'd have to actually take the. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. It's not so much attach it to this like that. You take this off, because you can also plug this in to the sword holster, and then there it is. Put it like that, and now you've got purple flames, which actually would be pretty cool if there was another identical one, but the other one is actually smaller, so that wouldn't work too well. But you can do that if you wish to. I honestly, again, don't see the need for her to ever be in car mode. I mean, I guess it makes sense if she wants to travel from place to place. Then she wouldn't need help to get there. But okay, but the car mode kind of gets in the way. And I'll show that off right now. Let's see if I can actually do the transformation. Guys, wish me luck. I've done the transformation once to the robot. I've done it once back. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really hard, especially because this is an RC mode, so I'm looking at it like it's going to be like Fansoy's Rouge, which was a nightmare. And actually, it's not. I mean, it's a little complicated, but not overly bad. So the first thing you want to do is you want to separate this part here and rotate it like so. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. Separate this, separate it, rotate it like so. And just flip it up for now. We get that like so. And mostly it's going to be about separating bits. Come over here, separate this, unplug this like so, and move this to the back here and fold it over, and it goes, hold on, it goes like that. So this comes up, goes like this. Hopefully you saw that. And then this folds over like so, folds over like so, and that's that. So you want something looking like this. Now we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to lift these bits up here, and this way we can move the arms and get the feet out. And I'm not sure if this is the way the instructions booklets say to do it, but I kind of went like in reverse. This is if I would have reversed the way I did it to get to here, this is what I would have done. This part unplugs from the back. We'll go ahead and get that situated. And her legs are weird. You have to have them a certain way to fit in here. So we got that. We'll just get her feet straightened out. So we've got that going on like so. We'll take this like this, and this piece will come in like so, and we will take these bits, pull them up. Let me zoom in a little bit. That might help out a little bit. So we're gonna pull them away and then rotate them in like so, and then in again like that. We'll do that again on this side. So pull this away, rotate, make sure that this is slid down, rotate this one in, and then this one in, so now it's flat. Instructions weren't quite clear, and then I watched somebody else who didn't transform this correctly, and thankfully I found a few extra videos. Of course, I'm going to say I watched MGO, and was it just MGO? Yeah, it was MGO's version for the not for her, for RC, because it's the same exact transformation as the Masterpiece RC. So this goes, don't flip that down yet. This comes up and in like so. Okay, so we're gonna leave that like that. Come up to the top, go ahead and pull the arms down so that they are out of the way, and there you have most of her. And she's got an interestingly sculpted inside chest, and it also looks like she has a chair inside. So we're gonna get that over here. Go ahead and pull her top of her head and rotate it down and focus. Thank you. So that's that for now. We're going to, what are we going to do? This part comes out like this. And we have to take this piece here, rotate it halfway, and slide it in through, thread it through there, which is not the easiest thing to do. It is really not the easiest thing to do. I don't like doing it, but there we go. So it's through. That actually went through a lot easier than I thought. Okay, so when I thread it all the way through, like so, goes like this, and then that'll just flatten up on the thing like so. And then I believe we can close these up now. And these can get closed back up to normal. This comes down like so. And this, well, actually, we're going to go ahead and we have to push the seats in. Let's zoom back out a little bit. That's a little too close. We have to push the seats in. The seats go in and fold up like so. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn the light up a little bit. So you can see her seats are folded up. The back of the seats are folded up in there. And then this, what are we doing? This comes up in a little bar here like this. And then these pegs look like they're supposed to peg into these slots, but I can never get them to slot. And so far, nobody I've seen who's done this has ever been able to do that. So actually, before we do that, do we put the wheels in? Yeah, put the wheels in and then do that. But don't put the sides in yet. The sides don't go in for some reason. And again, it's supposed to tab in there, but I can never get it tabbing. So let's just rest it there and then bring this down. This comes down and, oh, it doesn't come down. We still have one thing to do. Let's see if I can show it off. Right here, the sides here, you have to push them in a little bit so that they are at an angle. Let's see if I can show you. See it right there? And then it goes in like that. I know it's a little bit, but that little bit will help with the clearance. Not clearance, clearance. Okay. So there we go. And then this comes down and these bars will clear through the middle here. And it comes down. If I can get these things to cooperate, there we go. Hold on a second. Because you, of course, don't want to cooperate on camera. Alrighty. So you'll bring it down like so. And this piece here will tab in. This will tab in there. So let's bring this down and then close the chest. The chest also tabs in. There we go. So we've got that. And then let's string this up again. Why is this giving me such a hard time? Because I'm on camera. Hold on. All right, so you have to manage to get all of this squeezing down. I use the number word. Squeeze down to like this. And then the last step would be to push these in so that they cover up the wheels a bit. And that is Nightbird in her ninja mode, her only real mode. And let's get the camera situated. There we go. And she looks mostly beautiful. She's a little weird looking around the chest. It's not as bad as the RC chest looks, but it feels a little off still. That whole backpack just kind of really looks bad. I mean, she didn't need it. She's not supposed to transform. But otherwise she's a pretty nice figure that's actually pretty hard to stand because she's got these feet that are wedges and they have no real heel support. So getting her to stand, because she's also now back heavy, getting her to stand is a little difficult, but it can be done if we can focus in. It can be done as it is now. And yeah, I like the way she looks for the most part. I don't mind the feminine curves. I don't remember having overly feminine curves. I also remember having more silver on her, I want to say. Almost like, you know how Colossus has those lined stripe, like he's got silver and his arms are segmented lines. I kind of feel like that was on her at some point, but maybe I'm wrong. But otherwise, she looks fairly cool. When you can get her to stand, she's pretty cool. She's posable. Like, you can pose her. The thing is, like, okay, let's do posability. We'll get that out of the way. Her head can go left and right. It can wiggle a little bit. Look up. Look down if you make her neck crane forward. She can look left and right, but her chin thing gets in the way. So every time you do, her head has to be like looking up a little bit. But that's okay, because she was actually short for a transformer size. Because she was a robot made by humans. She wasn't a transformer. So arms rotate pretty much a 360. They also have a rotation at the upper bicep. Double hinged elbows. That's pretty nice. Wrist rotates. Can also do that. So that's cool. Can bend in as well. So you want to crunch your arms in, you can do that. Hopefully I'm still focused. She has a thumb that only moves in one direction. That doesn't swing around. It just goes up and down at that weird angle. But the angle actually works well for making like martial arts poses. Her index finger can point individually of the other fingers. Can you focus? Are we focused? I can't tell. So she's got that. It bends at one knuckle. Her other hands are all together and they bend at one knuckle. At least she doesn't have typewriter fingers. Her fingers are straight. I like that. I don't know why Takara didn't do that sooner. She has, it feels like it's a ball jointed waist, which can do a 360, wiggle side to side. Her legs can go forward about that far, but if you use the transformation hinge, you can actually get it all the way up like so. But because of the way the hinge is and the way her leg is molded, if you do not, when you're rotating it, if you do not get it underneath her butt lip, it will not go under. It'll be stuck like that. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't go back any further. Her butt and her leg get in the way. She has a nice sculpted butt, and for some reason she has a line, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. But if you break the thing, you can do more. Like, let's say you want to get her to do a side kick. Well, guess what? Her legs only go out that far. So what you would do is you would have to turn it like this and then use the other articulation. So let's do the other articulation. She has a rotation right here at her near the mid thigh. She has double jointed knees. Let's see, she doesn't have any rotation there. Her feet don't rotate, but they do pivot up and down. Her toes move up and down, and she has an ankle tilt if you need it, which you could probably use. Now, like I said, if you want to get her in poses where she's doing, high kicks out to the side, if you don't use her weird transformation, this is about all you're gonna get, like that. But if you use her weird transformation and turn her leg like this, and then turn this like that, then you've got where she's kicking, she's doing a high kick. She still can't do a straight kick out to the side, but she can kick out high. Well, actually, she can almost do a kick out to the side. Again, it's just she's got a weird transformation joint there. So there's that. Let's see if I can get her standing again, because my whatchamacallit's not exactly flat. And again, she is back heavy. Okay. So, all right, there we go. Let's go ahead and do some size. Well, no, we're gonna do her, what do you call it? I wish I had a stand to help stand her. I don't. Alrighty. So we have her side, which she can plug into her hand. So we'll plug one in just to say we did. And it plugs into, there's a slot in her hand. You plug it in, then close her fingers around it, and she is holding her side. You don't want her to hold them, but you still want them on her. There are plenty of places where she can put them. In the cartoon, she had them here. She had them on her forearms, which is where I usually have them. You can, of course, give her various swords. They have that tab. You plug them in, close them. She's got her sword from the cartoon, her little lightsaber. You can, if you want to, store them in various places. There's a slot here. You can plug them in here if you want to. If I can, woo. There we go. So you can plug them there if you want to. She's got her swords, which can plug onto the side of her legs, just like they did for the Thrilling 30s RC and the Thrilling 30s Nightbird, actually, which was a pretty cool Nightbird. I always wanted it, but I didn't want to play. I didn't want to pay Takara prices. We also have guns, of course, and of course her throwing stars. But I'm not gonna use her throwing stars. So she has a holster for her gun if you want her to have it. She can also hold the gun. You can, if you want to, attach these effects parts. So you got that. This effect part only fits over the little one from what I understand. So let's get the little one out. It's shaped, yeah. So it has a little square, rectangular divot that only fits around here. So this only works with the little one. We have another effect part, which, I mean, we can plug it in here if you want to have a little effect part instead of a big one. You can do that. You can also use them with the handles for the lightsaber, and now they can become, like, she can have a little Energon dagger if that's what you want. You can also do that. This purple was not a good idea. There we go. You can do that if you want to. We'll go ahead and give me a second. Let's clean this mess up a little bit. I'm just gonna slide it on over for now. You can, if you want to, make sure she's, dang it. You can, if you want to, take off her faceplate, and she does have a very nicely sculpted face. If that one doesn't do it for you, you can swap it out. Let's see, just slides up and out, revealing that, which is pretty cool. And then you can slide, for whatever reason, she has an O face. I mean, literally it looks like she's saying "oh." That slides on. So you can do that. You can, it looks like you can put an effect part in there. Can we put an effect part in her mouth? Nope, it just looked like we could. So we can do that. You can also put the faceplate back on with the new head on, the new face. If you want her to have bigger eyes, you can do that. We'll just leave that like that for now. let's go ahead and take off the actual weapons for now, and we will do size comparisons. There we go. Got her standing. Come on, zoom in. Focus, I mean. So here she is next to some classic Masterpiece carbots. Just a little bit bigger than they are. I don't remember if that's how that was, but there you go. And let's see. Here she is with some of my crap. Here she is with some other Masterpiece fembots. If I can get this one. There we go. So we have Kokomon, which is Crasher. We have I believe it's Road Rage, which is a female Trax. And let's move you out of the way. We'll move you to the back for now. We have Fans Toys Rouge, who is a little bit taller, but that is okie dokie. As far as the female aesthetics go, as far as like RC aesthetics, I should say, I like the way she looks the best. Even if she was an RC, I would still think she looked better. But overall, though, I mean, she looks great. Don't get me wrong. She looks great. She's not fun. She looks great. She transforms pretty good. Her car mode looks great. That's a winner. This one right here in the middle. So let's go ahead and get one more size comparison in. We're going to go ahead and get her in with my DX9 Megatron, because I don't have a Masterpiece Megatron. I'm not paying $800,000 for something that I'm probably never going to transform. And also I don't like the flat gray plastic that they used for him. I'm not gonna lie. I like the silver finish of this guy. This guy's silver finish looks good, but it's not overly reflective. But here we go with the guy who reprogrammed her into being an evil bot, but still not a Decepticon. So that's how she stacks up with the full-size Masterpiece style. There we go. Masterpiece styled bots, and yeah. So that said, she was worth the money I paid for her. She was worth waiting for. I didn't pick up the original version of this mold, the RC, because to be honest with you, I didn't like it. It just, after I got Fans Toys Rouge, and okay, so the car mode isn't as good as it should be. Transformation definitely isn't as good as it should be, but on my shelf, these bots are in their bot modes. So I think that she looks like she should, with the exception that she has that giant backpack. I hate the giant backpack. I mean, I don't remember if she had any kind of a backpack, but she wasn't a Transformer. And she's not a Transformer. She certainly isn't a Decepticon. She was just a robot created by humans. So I'm not exactly sure. I guess the car just wanted to get another use out of the mold. I get that, you know, but it would have been better served to have her not transform and have a stand to go with her accessories and help her with her posing, rather than forcing her into this thing. However, like I said, she is still a good robot mode. She is still a good robot. She's still despite not really being a Transformer, she's still a really good Transformer. She transforms, and she's pretty good at it. It's not, the level of difficulty is not emotional damage. Okay, the difficulty is not ridiculous like Fans Toys difficulty or some of the other masterpieces or even the movieverse stuff. It's not as bad as that. So yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. When I can get her to stand, that's the only other real issue I have, is that her balance, it sucks. When I can get her to stand, she looks great. And she's a great addition to my Decepticon shelf. But that said, she's really cool. I really like her. I'm Isaac. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And ciao.